Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my new video. Today's video I'm going to be talking about the Beijing Winter Olympics, and I'm going to keep the same theme about sporting events and talk about Enes Kanter and also tennis, and I'll give you my opinions. I have a quick request, guys. If you guys can check if you are still subscribed to the channel, make sure you like, share, put comments. I love reading your comments. I'll try and respond to each and every one. And if you could also try and join my Patreon as well. I've got 36 members now. I just need 4 more to get to that magic number 40. If we can get to 40, that would be amazing. And also don't forget to buy me a coffee when you can. So without further ado, let's go into the show. I want to also share some facts with you guys. Beijing is actually the first city in history to host the Summer and Winter Olympics. So from the video you can see it's going to be held in 3 zones. It's going to be Beijing, Yangjing and Zhangjiakou. I'm sorry if I haven't got that pronounced correctly. I'm not Chinese. But it's all going to be connected through high-speed rail. All the infrastructure and everything's already been done. And it's only costing $4 billion US dollars. $4 billion. Can you believe that? Such a huge event and it's costing $4 billion. And the reason it's costing $4 billion is because Beijing is reusing a lot of the facilities it used for the Summer Olympics, so it doesn't have to rebuild any stadiums and stuff like that. So it's reusing a lot of the stuff that is done for the Summer Olympics. And just to put it in context, guys, the last Winter Olympics in Seoul cost almost 4 times as much. And don't ask me how much the Summer Olympics cost Tokyo. Absolutely, they made a huge loss in Tokyo, but it's not costing much for Beijing, guys. And I think because it's such a cheap price for Beijing to host the Olympics, it's priceless in terms of putting Beijing on the map again and giving a huge spectacle, not just for people in China but also for the whole world. And 4 billion is nothing just for that. And it's also going green. I want to show you these pictures. This is a Shoigab oxygen factory. It used to be a steel factory. This is probably one of the most greenest Winter Olympics I've ever seen. I mean, you just have to look at the images and the videos of this amazing steel factory that they've converted. I mean, this is pure genius, guys. It just shows how green Beijing is going with this Winter Olympics. And I just wish the whole world would see this and marvel at the genius of this. This is the first Winter Olympics I've seen how they've converted a steel factory into a Winter Olympics event, and it's just absolute genius. And I wish I was there looking at it. It looks amazing. I wish I was there, guys, and I would have loved to have celebrated with you guys. And yeah, unfortunately for COVID I won't be able to, but and also after the event, after the Olympics, this whole steel plant is just going to be made into a national park and a tourist attraction. And it's absolutely great to see that, because you're not wasting all of these facilities. If you go to Athens, for example, or other ex-Olympic sites, all of these sites are just gathering dust. They're just waste of space, waste of money. But I'm really glad Beijing is finding ways to reuse stuff and not wasting any money. So anyway, let's get to the politics of it. As you can see, guys, 2 weeks is a long time when it comes to geopolitics. Anything can change. 2 weeks ago, everybody was talking about the Biden-Xi summit. Everybody was hoping it'll be a brand new change in relationships. Things will improve between the two countries. I did say US is not to be trusted, and I did make a video about this, and I did say, give it a day, give it a week, give it 2 weeks, they'll boycott the Olympics or something like that. And I was right, and they've done that. They've boycotted the Olympics. Biden is a fool, and I think it's going to be followed by the British as well. And as you can see, British Boris Johnson is under pressure. The Australians are probably going to follow suit as well, and Lithuania has already done it. So those 4 dirtbags will stay away. So when it comes to the boycott, it's only going to be a diplomatic boycott, not the athletes, because it's not fair on the athletes, because obviously they've been training for this for years. So there's no point doing a full diplomatic boycott, including athletes. There's only going to be the diplomatic staff. And I just love this tweet by Shen Weiha. And he says, "You're not invited and not welcome, Mr. Biden. Hope you will live long enough to see China boycotting the Los Angeles Summer Games in 2028. That is so funny. I think he's some sort of editor for Chinese. Oh yeah, China Daily editor, Shen Weihu. So, so I've just found it really hilarious, to be honest. And he's right, guys. I mean, this is going to be Biden's probably last Olympics. I mean, this guy, I don't even know if he's going to survive the next 3 years in office. This guy is literally on his last legs. And don't know how he's running the country, because there's a lot of pressure running America. And I just don't know how this old man takes that kind of pressure. Because people retire when they're 60s. And people, want to take an easy life, and they don't want to kind of have too much stress. But this guy's taking on way too much stress. And it just goes to show, I don't think he's even running the country, to be honest. I just think there's people behind the scenes telling him what to do, like his secretary and other people. Who knows? So here's my take on it, guys. I remember 2008 Beijing Olympics. There was a lot of articles saying to boycott the Olympics because of Tibet. But now it's not even about Tibet anymore. It's about Xinjiang, it's about Hong Kong, maybe even Taiwan. And I just hate people that politicize sports, really. And I just don't think there's room for it in our society. And there is no point doing this, guys. What is the point of doing this? What is the point of escalating these stuff so far? I just don't see the point of it, guys. It's not going to achieve anything. What the hell is it going to achieve? What message are you sending out? It's not even bloody true. All of these fake Xinjiang stories and stuff. It's all fake, guys. I thought the Western democracy was about rule of law. It was about justice. It was about truth. These are advanced economies. These are advanced societies. These are advanced countries. These are advanced democracies. These are advanced developed countries. They should be priding themselves on following rule of law, and not just to individuals but to other countries. You can't punish a country without proof. There's no proof there's a Xinjiang genocide going on. There's nothing. They're just going on what the press say, what Adrian Zenz has said. And that's been debunked so many times. All they have to do, if they call themselves an advanced economy, is to just go send people there. They can easily send people there to Xinjiang, do their own investigations, and then they will probably report back to Biden and say, "Sir, there's no genocide going on there, sir." They're punishing China without even finding them guilty, without China going through any courts, or without giving China the opportunity to defend themselves. They're just saying, oh, they're guilty based on some crappy press reports and crappy intelligence. And they did the same thing with Iraq. Crappy intelligence, crappy press reports, and invaded the whole country, killed millions. It's absolutely disgusting. And you call this an advanced economy? You call this an advanced country that's doing this? It's absolutely a joke, guys. Absolutely a joke. To be honest, guys, they're not going to be missed. The Americans, Australians, the British, they can pretty much do whatever they want. The Chinese people are not going to miss them at all, at all. And in fact, Biden and his merry men are probably going to be feeling they're missing out. They're going to be watching on TV thinking, damn, I wish I was there. I just feel sorry for the athletes, because when you think about it, guys, your own government has boycotted the event. But you as athletes, you're pretty much there by yourself and without any government support. And all you're going to get questioned by the media is, how do you feel about the government boycotting it? Shouldn't you boycott it as well? What do you think about Chinese human rights? That's all going to be in their mind, and they're going to be questioned about all of these human rights, all of these boycotts. It's going to be in the back of their heads, guys. They're not going to be able to concentrate. They're not going to win as many medals. It's just not good for the athletes at all. When you as an athlete, you want to go to a massive event like the Olympics, you want to have your mind completely clear. You want to have it clear of all the politics and just focus on the event, focus on the sport. And initially, guys, the Olympics was, it's not supposed to be politicized. Back then, sports was a way of communicating and getting countries together. And, it's just, now it's all gone. It's just been destroyed. The same thing is happening to women's tennis as well. As you can see, the WTA, Women's Tennis Association, has boycotted any games in China as well, which they could lose billions, even like millions. But the guy who actually owns WTA is Steve Simon. And WTA is based in USA, and he's an American, and he's probably got links to Congress, and he probably knows people in the Senate and stuff, and he's one of those anti-China Mongols. So I expected it, to be honest. And she's not even missing, guys. I mean, she's not even missing. She's still around. She's making public appearances. She's talking to people, just wants to be left alone. They're just using her to, just as a political pawn. This brings me to the final piece of the story. So I don't know if many of you guys know, but Enes Kanter has been talking a lot of crap about Tibet and Xinjiang and China and stuff. Well, he basically got himself as a US citizen. This was last week. And he's changed his name to Enes Kanter Freedom. So as you can see, he's become an American as of November 29th. So it just goes to show that everything that he's been doing, all of this anti-China stuff and talking about human rights and stuff, is all a show, guys, just for him to get a US citizenship. And he just wanted to prove that, he's an American and he's anti-China and stuff. So I believe all of that stuff that he was doing, he had to do it. They kind of forced him. They said, look, if you want to become an American, you got to do this. Help us out. And that's what he's done, guys. But recently, it's gone a bit too far. He's having a go at all of the celebrities. No other basketball player seems to like him. He's even Shaquille O'Neal, says, I don't give a shit about what he changed his name to. And he's changed his name to Freedom. I mean, who does that? What an idiot. I mean, that is just someone who's like begging for attention, to be honest. He's also attacking LeBron James, who's a very, very popular basketball player. He's the best basketball player at the moment. He's attacking Nike. He's attacking every single basketball player, and he's also attacking all of the black basketball players and pretty much attacking black people in general. He's really gone too far, guys, and nobody really likes him. And look at this article, Enes Kanter Freedom is letting himself be used. And this article is basically about him going to a chat show. And you can see here, by attacking LeBron James and appearing on Tucker Carlson's show, the NBA player has taken his causes and delivered them to the arms of the right wing. So the Tucker Carlson is a very racist talk show host. So he's been called out to be fired more than once. He's talked about race replacement theories and white supremacy, and this guy does not like black people at all. He's a proper racist. So he goes to his show, right? LeBron James goes to his show, and he completely falls into the trap of Tucker Carlson, and I'll show you how. So he goes to the Tucker Carlson show, and everyone knows Tucker Carlson is very racist, and it basically says to the Tucker Carlson show, Americans, especially black Americans, should keep their mouth shut and not criticize the government. I just feel this article perfectly explains it, and you can see here, the subtext of Carlson's question was obvious. Most NBA players are black, and Carlson frequently portrays people of color who seek political and social change as ungrateful and unpatriotic. So Freedom, they call him Freedom by the way, took the bait. And he says, People should really feel blessed and lucky to be in America, he responded. They love to criticize it, but when you live in a country like Turkey or China, it's somewhere else, you will appreciate the freedoms you have here. And then he went a bit further. In a dramatic turn for someone who has suffered the consequences of political repression, he said other players should just keep their mouth shut up and stop criticizing the greatest nation in the world, and they should focus their freedoms and human rights and democracy. So Carlson just grinned and said, that's how I feel. So you can see he basically fell for the trap. So he's trying to say that black people or black players or poor people, homeless people or impoverished people, should just shut up, and they should really enjoy living in America. Lucky to be in America, apparently. This guy has no idea what it's like to be black in America. All of these black people, black players, that have been suffering from racism since day one. The Black Lives Matter. What they want, the black people to just shut up and not say anything about, if they get racially abused, or, if the cops, start shooting black players just for being black. This guy has no clue whatsoever what it's like to be black, or what it's like to be black in America. Then he's got the balls to say black players should just shut their mouth and stop criticizing the greatest nation in the world. And no wonder this guy's been subject of a massive Twitter fan hate, guys. And these Twitter fan hates are not Chinese people, they're not Asian people. These are basically black people or impoverished people or poor people. People are just cussing him in Twitter, left, right, and center. He is just being made to look like an idiot. And that's what you get when you have no brains. When you have no brains and you start talking about human rights, you got to make sure you're very clever in your approach, in what you're saying and what you're doing, who you speak to, how you portray yourself. Because this guy's just made himself look like an idiot. He's attacking all of the best basketball players. He's telling people to shut up and not criticize America, even if you're poor, even if you're black, even if you're Hispanic. This guy is an absolute joke. He's portraying himself to be absolute fake. And people can see right through him, and people are saying, this guy definitely has been paid or something to say shit like that. But when you're that stupid, he's not even an American, guys. I mean, yeah, he's got himself an American citizen by selling himself to talk about human rights, about China and stuff. But he's not grown up in America like black people have, or Hispanic, or people that have grown up with no money, like these homeless guys. He doesn't know the struggles that these people have gone through, in America. So this guy has no clue. He's always had money. He's a basketball player, so obviously he's loaded with money. He actually has no clue whatsoever. So right now in America, he's been absolutely cussed to the ground, guys. Absolutely cussed. Because I was looking at his Twitter and Instagram feeds. People are just cussing him left, right, and center, and he deserves it. And that's what you get when you get when this guy looks like a bloody Frankenstein. I mean, seriously, one too many hits on his head with a basketball. Guy's got no brain whatsoever. And because if you have no brain and you start talking shit online and start talking shit to reporters and go to the newsreel, then you're going to get done eventually. People are going to find out what you're really like. And this is what's happening, guys. Chinese people did not have to even do anything to this guy. He's just done it to himself. Nobody now takes him seriously. All of this crap he's talking about Tibet and Xinjiang, people are just laughing at him. He's just a sellout, and people know he's a sellout, and it's just quite a funny thing to see. It's just funny to watch his downfall, guys. I mean, he's not liked by the NBA. He's not liked by any of the players. LeBron James doesn't give him any time. Even Shaquille O'Neal doesn't think he's any good as well. Nobody likes him at all. Nobody. He is the hated guy in the NBA right now. And everyone in Boston, his team hates him. They can't wait for him to be kicked out of Boston Celtics by the end of the season, because This guy's affecting everybody's bonus because Boston Celtics are not being shown in China. So that's affecting people's paychecks, that's affecting people's bonuses. So he's going to get kicked out very soon and he's not going to play any other game in US. I guarantee you that. You know, he's just too much trouble and he's just too stupid. So he deserves it, to be honest. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there for now and I'll see you in the next video. Take care for now.